I've been looking over all these texts, and I just found something that I want to, that really just blew my mind, because I didn't read it the same way the first time, until now. I've read it so many times, but I was focusing on, I wrote, seriously, threatening to take Percy away from me. It was so shocking. This is an animal, dog expert person who claims to be. And look at this sentence. You will both get, you will get both taken away. Oh, I thought it said you will both get taken away. I went dyslexic and it really seemed like, she is going to punish my dog. That is, in fact, I was picturing her actually saying in a sentence that Percy's going to be handcuffed, because I read it, you will both get taken away. Like as if she's going to, directly punish Percy in the way you would a human. But still, even though it's you will get both taken away, meaning both of my dogs get taken away, it's still cruel to both of them. So, you think she's doing it to this dog. I've only had it a few days, so I couldn't possibly bond with it, and I was deliberately not letting myself as best I could. But you look at that face, and it's it's going to happen. But I was trying to be practical, and so when you notice that there's this element, like when I compare it to this, where is it? I asked if he would pee in the crate, what his habits were I was asking about, and she said, this is Wendy Weisberg, says, only if it's 10 hours. He's always held it. So, 10 hours in the crate always implies that it's not just once where she really couldn't help it and the train broke down and she couldn't drive because her license was suspended or whatever that was all about, for 25,000 times, driving without a license. He's always held it. So, I just feel this element of cruelty, and the fact that she would punish an 11-year-old. She doesn't like Percy. That's why this is so weird. She told me about these people, like this guy in Tarrytown. I'm not going to say names because they're the kind of people that kill people, and loan sharks and stuff like that. And she's just, she's got cerebral palsy, so you look at her differently, I guess. You just think that she would be a kind-hearted person, and why would anyone make an assumption like that? I don't know, but she did talk about, what's his name? I don't want to say his name. I don't want to drag him into this because he was pretty weird to me. The guy that lives at De Silva's, and talked about lending him $3,000, and just because he had threatened suicide, she said. There was no romantic involvement or anything. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But this, it is, Wendell's right about one thing. It's a long, weird story. But it didn't have to be, because I was here. I was just here with plastic all over my apartment, having so much fun with this little dog, and I can't even look at his face. Seriously? It takes my breath away. He was so good with me. And when she says, where was that one that said, She said he was food aggressive, and I said, is it like food driven or food aggressive? Like, it's different, because Percy's food aggressive, that's for sure. But she said not aggressive, but highly attracted to any food, including yours, if you were to leave it sitting out. Okay, well, that's normal. But she meant including yours, because she said that she can't eat in her bed because he's always, like, jumping on her. And, maybe because she's vulnerable, because she only has one arm. But, I know that he would sit on my bed, like curled up actually. He'd kind of watch and hope that I'd give him some, just like Percy, who's done that for 11 years and it doesn't bother me at all. Some people really get annoyed with that. And they're fucked up people who need to control things and punish this little fucking dog. And one day, I am going to see, I mean, is he at 286 Soundview? At the Azerads? Oh, by the way, Elizabeth, yeah, I sent you an email from one of my email addresses without really, well, I guess, whatever, but I was trying to feel out where he was, and she responded, I mean, I have this woman's address, I have her phone numbers, I have no desire to talk to this woman who was so creepy. And that's the thing, she talked about her dog doing dog shows. So, I mean, for all I know, this is like some, you know, this is a show dog. This is the most amazing little dog. I don't know what they're talking about him being a pain in the ass. He was so well behaved. He was, you know, smart and sensitive and so funny. Oh my God, I miss him so much. I have to find that text where Wendell had, I was telling Wendy what Wendell had said, and, you know, he said that the dog was basically mine, that I had authority over the dog because of the way she transported him, which was somewhat irresponsible, not necessarily illegal, but he told me not to worry about anything. So what happened to change all that? And then I noticed when I was listening to some of the recordings I have of when Wendell was here, they're so long I can't even manage it, but there was a part of it that said, do you know her last name? And if I mean, if he's coming over here to get the dog and she didn't call him, who, I mean, so obviously then Elizabeth called. Elizabeth Azerad called the Peekskill police. Okay, so Elizabeth, we're going to have to talk a little bit, because when I'm in my home minding my own business, babysitting for a widow puppy, and I have to talk to the police, that's not just going to go away. I'm going to slap the shit out of that for the rest of my fucking life. I had fun with this dog. If it was given to me under false pretenses, nobody's going to write me a ticket and I have to show up in court to pay even a court cost, a fucking nickel. I have to take my day and go to court because of this cunt from White Plains who is going to sell this dog for $1,200. I guess that turns it into like a federal thing. Like we're talking, or is that like $5,000? It was a certain amount of money or something. I mean, honestly, I'm taking care of a dog and I am threatened with arrest, and then a week later the cop is telling me that he didn't threaten me with arrest. What kind of fucking mind game shit is this?